Welcome to Excel Magic Trick number 1532, part 2. Now back in 1532, we saw how to use VLOOKUP to return an entire record, and we saw how to do it with the rows function, columns function, and sequence. And below in the comments, Ricardo Aub and Dr. Steele had two awesome ideas of how to use VLOOKUP to return the entire record. But we want it to be as dynamic as possible, so we'll see how to use columns with table headers, and we'll see how to do it with the filter function. Now, both of these solutions will be the new Office 365 dynamic arrays that are only available in Office 365 Insider Edition. And since I'm shooting this in January 2019, the rest of you with Office 365, Microsoft says these functions should be out in a few months. Now, if our goal is to look up this ID in the first column of this Excel table and return the entire record, rather than using VLOOKUP, we should just use the new amazing filter function. Now, this is one of these new dynamic array functions, but it is truly amazing. Filter. The array, that's just the table we want to filter. For us, since we have a unique list in the first column, it is doing a type of lookup. Now, that's table formula nomenclature, which says go from the first column all the way to the start salary, comma. Now, in the second argument include, all we have to do is select the column. There it is, table formula nomenclature. And I'm going to say, hey, which one of you is equal to our unique identifier? In this way, the filter will always return the one record for this lookup item. Now, this is one of the new dynamic array functions. And because it's delivering multiple answers, when I hit Enter, it automatically knows how to spill all of the items. Now, if we click back in the first cell in the spilled array, notice up in the formula bar, we can see the formula. If I click in any subsequent cell in the spilled range, it's grayed out. That means the formula doesn't really live there. It actually only lives in the very first cell. So if you want to edit it, you have to come back to that first cell. Now, I'm going to copy this in edit mode, escape, come down here. And I want to display the record vertically, not horizontally. So instead, I'm going to wrap transpose around it. It will take the horizontal record and now display it vertically. When I hit Enter, that is absolutely beautiful. If I change the lookup value, instantly it looks up the record horizontally or vertically. Now, what if we wanted to add a new column? If I inserted a column, the filter function would pick it up. But if I added a new column to the end, the filter function would not pick it up. So we're going to go back to VLOOKUP. And we're going to look this item up, comma, in the entire table. I'm going to use my diagonal arrow there. That's the table name, comma. And now all we need to spill this horizontally is in column index. I need an array of 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now, I absolutely could do it that way, comma, 0 or false for exact match, and it will work. But it's not dynamic. If I add an extra column here, it won't pick it up. Well, last video we used columns, and we highlighted the columns, but we left the first column out, which is sort of what we wanted. But guess what? If I use the columns function and point in an Excel table to the column header or field names, that code is dynamic. That means if I insert a column or add something to the end, the code for table field names is always dynamic, so it will always pick it up. Now I'm going to delete everything, and we're going to work on getting that dynamic array 2 to 6. And later when we add a column, we want it to go from 2 to 7. Well, we get to use another one of these amazing dynamic array functions, sequence. We're not spilling down the rows, so I comma. columns. I need to say how many columns I need to spill this sequence of numbers across, and then I have to give it a start. So columns, and this is where I simply highlight table, formula, nomenclature, the field names or headers, and that's the dynamic code so that no matter how many headers I add or delete or add to the end or insert, it'll always have all of the headers. And then columns counts how many headers it found. Now, that's not exactly what we want, because remember, right now we have 6 and we want 5. So what do? We subtract 1. And that's just a little bit different formula than we did last time. But by highlighting all of the columns for headers inside of columns, that will do the trick. Comma, we need to start at 2, close parentheses. Now, if I highlight sequence and hit F9, exactly perfect. And when I change the headers, it will update. Control Z, come to the end. For VLOOKUP, comma, range lookup, false or 0. And now when I hit enter, that is absolutely beautiful. Now, before we test it, I'm going to copy this in edit mode, Control C, escape, come down here, Control V. I want lookup value to be right there. And we're not spilling using sequences columns. We're not spilling across the columns, backspace. We want to spill down across the rows. So that's the correct count for how many rows I need to spill. But I very carefully need to type comma, because that columns, if I can get my cursor right there, that needs to be empty. And then we're starting at 2. And now when I hit enter, now it's spilling correctly. And when I come to the end, I added a phone, and I'm just going to add 207. Instantly, look at that. That lookup with sequence and columns on the headers totally accommodated any new columns we might have added for the employee's record. All right, so that was pretty cool. VLOOKUP sequence and columns on table headers, or the absolute spectacular lookup function filter. It's awesome hanging out on our online Excel team, thanks to DR Steele and Ricardo Aub. And if you like that video, be sure to click that thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe, because there's always lots more videos to come from Excel is Fun. All right, we'll see you next video.